Okay.
Again, moving over this. We are the best chaotic neutral.
Are we ready to begin, gentlemen?
Yep.
Yep. Matthias?
I'm ready to go. I've been
All
ready.
right.
Alright, fine. So, last time, the party had collected themselves after the battle with the Mirelurks, and George was assessing the damage to his lost arm.
I was about to say George was collecting himself quite literally.
And they were able to find the garage doors to the place. George and Lucas both restarted the generator after a few minutes, and after clearing away some of the debris, some of the eggs, and the mucus. What is that?
The sound of the damned.
Goddamn TV. Sorry. My phone is dying. I need a charger.
Didn't you know? Bird is the word.
Bird. Alright, sorry. I'll stop.
I mean, I
Right.
technically initiated that, so
I
anyone should
am.
be blamed.
It is you.
Yep.
Feel the
No.
shame.
After opening the doors, George and Lucas were able to get the tankers
George.
outside with the help of the vertibird pilots and Charles, I guess.
Charles contributed somewhat.
Placing bets, taking names.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
He was, in fact, taking names for the bets, so, yeah.
Vlad and Nancy got quote-unquote detained by a Protectatron.
Who was only
Which
doing
Lucas
his
made
job,
very
goddammit.
quick work.
He
Lucas
was
made
just-
very quick work of this upstanding citizen.
He was innocent. Savior of the people. George,
Big
like,
here, though.
2 sessions from now, you just walk in on George performing a service in the courtroom.
Nancy's there,
Yep.
crying.
She's the priest.
She can't, like, carry out the ceremony because she's crying so hard.
Yep. George is dressed as a widow.
So,
Anyway. Enough about Prilosec.
with both of the oil tankers in tow, the party leaves for the Arkwing. That is until George figures out that Sam's friends were slavers, and they apparently have more kids in cages, just presumably to sell or any other manner of horrific thing. But there are kids in cages with slavers.
Yep.
And we left off where George had the vertibirds land, while 2 of them with one of the tankers flew back to the Arkwing. And they're just headed towards where Sam pointed them.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So did George tell the party what they're doing?
Ow. Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I was like, so wait, does Nancy know why the plane landed? Or the vertibird? Sorry.
That's very
Yes.
incorrect.
How did I roll up it?
How dare you use incorrect terminology for a system in a game that you really don't know much about?
Exactly, you bitch.
I love you guys so much.
Alright. We'll see how long that lasts.
It's lasted this long.
That's true.
Sorry.
You want to turn the TV off?
That's not my TV.
Not you.
Oh. I mean, I was
can you
standing
guys hear my
next to a
TV?
TV.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't.
But
think
it's
that
in
was
the
yours.
other room.
That was my
Well,
mother's
now we
TV.
can't hear it.
That was
Oh,
my
mother's
mother's
TV?
TV.
Go
Yeah,
punch her in
I-
the jugular.
Here,
I
let
had
me
to bring
go-
her a thing. No, Marina, you're fine. It has nothing to do with you.
Jabber in the juggy.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all.
Yes, Michael, jab your mother in the juggy.
I hate you all. Did Marina legitimately leave to go turn off her TV?
I hope so.
No, I feel bad. No, I feel fuck bad.
Michael, your sympathy is getting annoying.
How could you? You whore.
Michael, we are gamers. We do not know the word sympathy.
Is there no sympathy for the devil?
No, there isn't.
No,
There
but
you go.
there is what's the opposite of sympathy? There's
Empathy?
it starts. No, not I guess not opposite. There's I have respect for the devil.
Alright.
Yes, because respect is the opposite of sympathy.
I know. There was a different word I was reaching for, and I couldn't remember.
I was looking for words, and I could not find them.
Man, they must be hidden well.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
So,
vault of the word. What is the word, you might ask?
okay.
I didn't know that was one word.
It is.
Yep, there's only one word. It is fish.
So, where the vertebrates landed and where you have just gotten out, it is a little ways away from the oil refinery. It's still in sight, but it's more of a wooded area. There's a small little opening, enough for the tankard and the two vertebrates. Both pilots are out of their vertebrates, just standing guard, presumably just on watch. And towards the direction where Sam pointed you, which was northeast, it looks like it goes into a forest.
Oh, joy.
Nancy's gonna turn to the party real quick. Okay, guys. I'm no expert at these things, and I want to kill those guys as much as you do and save the kids. But do you think two of us should stay behind and watch the helicopter in case something goes wrong?
George looks over the party.
Or the vertebrate, sorry. God damn it, I said helicopter again.
I mean, it is technically a helicopter. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Nancy, so currently the only ones here is you, myself, George, and Vlad, I think.
And Charles.
Is Vlad here? Oh, Charles was in this group of vertebrates? I thought he lifted off
no,
the first
no,
group
he
and
wasn't.
flipped us off.
Yeah, he was.
So
You're forgetting truffles.
we should leave truffles with the vertebrates.
Do you want to leave truffles with the vertebrates?
Only if I get to
Strut.
stay with the vertebrates with my truffles. My truffles.
You really? Do you not want
You-
to be involved in this?
No, I do.
I'm gonna.
I'm afraid
I'm-
that the frickin' invisible people will come and attack poor little Sam and those guards.
I mean, if we live in constant fear of them, we will get nothing done.
This is
He's got
true.
a point.
I will say I said
Yeah.
that as George.
Can we?
Nancy, are you really gonna miss out on killing some slavers?
Can we at least bring Sam?
He's not here.
Oh, yes.
He was in the other vertebrate.
I just
No. He was... Okay, he's in the vertebrate that has landed with you guys, but he pretty much entrusted this task to you.
We're not bringing Sam because what if one of the slavers gets a fucking gun to the back of his head?
I would not appreciate that scenario.
No, I don't think any of us would. We're leaving the kid here. If we can if we're only able to save one, at least we're saving someone.
He has a
Vlad
point.
raises his hand.
Okay.
Yes, Vlad.
So, if you guys want, I could stay here Watch over the vertebrates.
I think
You
Sam
do
needs
have a
to-
sniper rifle.
You keep an eye out, but see if you can give Sam some company.
You are the leader. If this is what you want to do, go for it. I was just making a suggestion.
I am fine being a murder squad.
All right.
George, we're not letting you do this alone.
You three can handle this. I'll keep Sam company.
Take
Nancy
care,
pats
lad.
Vlad on the back.
We'll be back soon, Vlad.
You got
Take too
this.
long.
Don't worry.
And Vlad turns away from the party and walks back over to the vertebrate.
Yeah.
So now it's just the three of you. Well,
All right.
Okay.
All right. Shuffle feet. Let's go.
Yep.
you're gonna
George
head
is
off into the
moving.
woods?
Yep. George is
Heading off.
moving expeditiously.
Can I just make a perception roll to just have that be kind of a passive perception to look around while we're moving?
Sure.
Okay.
Anyone else would like to?
Sure,
Uh,
why not?
All right.
I hit a natural 18.
Okay.
Let me just do
To
the
clarify, I'm trying to keep an eye out so things don't flank us.
natural 13. So George ain't seeing much.
Natural 8.
Ooh, too-
All right. For clarity, when you're walking through this woods, what kind of walk pattern are you taking? Is it single file, spread out?
Side by side, maybe?
Mm,
Can I feel like it would be best if we were spread out, and I feel like with the military knowledge, Lucas would know that.
yeah,
But
George would
not
agree.
not so spread out in a fashion where we can't hear each other. Like we're in eyesight and we're in earshot if one of us shouts out or if we hear a gunshot.
All right.
Yeah. George agrees with this.
So then left, right, and middle. Who's where?
I'll take middle, I guess.
I suppose George will take the right.
All right. Just keeping track of this.
Is there a encounter sheet set up for this at the moment, or no?
Right now, no.
Okay.
Nancy's going to the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left.
I have great news, folks.
Oh no.
I have great news.
What?
Oh god, I forgot this character's name. Frozone. Frozone's wife is going to appear in Incredibles 2.
Yeah, I know.
Yes! Finally.
All right. So, Lucas is in the middle, Nancy's on the left, George is on the right.
To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left.
Well, you must be poor as shit if everything you own is in a box.
Lucas,
Hey.
as the party is slowly walking forward, walking over some small little brush here and there, the occasional tree trunk here and there, you hear on the left and on the right heavy footsteps.
Do I hear them coming towards us?
It sounds as if they are walking with you.
Fun.
How close?
Close enough to be heard, but not to be seen. Well, not to be seen specifically by you. George, you only hear heavy footsteps coming from the right. You don't know anything about the left. And Nancy, you're just having a good old stroll through the forest.
Let's go, Truffles!
Born.
It's a freaking Red Riding Hood cap and like everything in like the basket. Tra-la-la-la-la.
Okay. Does George hear Lucas go ahem?
You are close enough to where you could hear that, yeah.
Run.
Look,
I sprint.
You start sprinting?
I start sprinting after saying run to George and Nancy.
Alright. Do you guys follow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say George, hold back.
Okay.
Are you like staying where you are, or are you like?
Oh yeah, George is staying
Running.
where he is.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You don't see this. You're running.
Alright. George. As you're staying behind, the sound on your right doesn't seem to follow after Lucas or Nancy. Lucas and Nancy, how far ahead are you going to run?
Guess that's up to Lucas. Nancy's just kind of following Lucas.
I probably would have looked behind me to see if they were both behind me. I would not have seen George, I guess. So I fucking yell over Nancy, "Wait!" And then I tried seeing where George went.
Nancy stops and kind of turns to Lucas. What are we running from?
There's someone, or there's two people following us, at least.
At that, I have a question from Nancy, which I'm assuming George doesn't hear because they ran away. George is going to look off to the right. I don't mean you any harm if you want to come on out.
Make a perception roll.
Oh boy.
Oakley dokily. That is a flat 19.
Alright. As you look to your right, you don't see a person. You see a big Yao Guai walking straight ahead.
Toward George, or?
Nope. At the direction you were going. Alright, Marina, could you maybe calm it down with the breathing?
Y'all can hear me breathing?
Yes.
Oh god.
Sorry. I had to.
You didn't.
ASMR.
You decided to be a dick.
I'm gonna say George. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
The
George is.
direction that you are walking, like towards where you know the slavers to be, that's the direction that the Yao Guai is walking.
Huh. George is going to. Oh boy, George doesn't know what to do right now.
It should have ran with the party.
Well, by running, you potentially drew the attention of these things. Because they don't seem interested in George. Does George see anything unusual about the Agwai?
Based on your perception roll, this Yao Guai seems to acknowledge that you're there. Whenever you make a noise, it looks over to you. But it's way too focused on going where it's going.
George is going to, as quietly as he can. Actually, no. He's gonna calmly walk toward Nancy and Lucas, and he is going to hold up his hands in a stop motion.
We stopped.
Alright, and once he is close enough, he is going to quietly look at them. They are not people, they are bears. And they are going forward. They don't seem to care about us.
Can I see the bears at this point, John?
I would say based on George telling you where one of them was, you looked over to the right, saw the big Yao Guai.
My left.
Well, the Yao Guai is walking straight, and you can still see that it didn't stop when you guys stopped to like regroup. It just kept walking. And based on you hearing the same sound from the left, when you look left, you see another Yao Guai, slightly smaller than that one, but still pretty big in comparison to like you. It's also walking in the same direction.
Well, this is disconcerting. I say
Well,
we...
How about we tail them until we get to where we need to go?
Well, they're heading in the same direction we were, so...
I know, but if they have to turn off, I'd like to know that.
Okay. Just keep in mind, they're watching us.
That's fine, but they're also continuing forward.
I'm just saying, if this is a trap, we're walking directly into it.
Grumble,
Good.
grumble.
Does Nancy have anything to add?
Grumble, grumble.
Nothing.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Grumble. Nancy's just like,
Both terrible.
after Lucas did the, she's like, grumble, grumble.
Grumble, grumble.
And then, in all seriousness, she turns to the party. I trust you guys to make the right decision. I don't know
That's
what it is.
That's a mistake.
Well, at least it made me live thus far, so...
Well, I can only keep that streak alive so long.
Mm.
We moving?
So you guys are following
Yes.
the Yao Guai?
Yep.
Follow the aqua.
All right. Continuing on, I assume you're keeping a close eye on the Yao Guai.
Yep.
Yes.
They seem to just keep going in the same direction as you guys. There's no real deviation. The Yao Guai themselves seems pretty focused, like more focused than you've really seen a Yao Guai. And as you're continuing on, about a good 5 minutes or so passes, and you're still following the Yao Guai. There's no real sign that they care about you. They know you're there. They look at you if you make too loud of a sound, but they don't really seem to care.
Alright.
Do we break away from them and keep going for these slavers?
George looks at Lucas. You're the stealthy one. If you want, you could follow... Well, you could follow the bears, or you can go for the camp.
If I may, I seem to be the stealthiest of all three of us.
George looks at Nancy.
No, seriously. Seriously.
I mean, as a player, I know that she is technically correct. However, you have not done any stealthing so far.
Let me prove it to you.
George looks at Lucas and Nancy. You know what? You know what, boys and girls? You two are Team Stealth. Where are you going?
We're going to the camp.
Go to the camp. I fought worse. And George kind of starts following the bears.
Okay.
Good luck.
As you start following the Yao Guai, and as Lucas and Nancy start heading more towards the camp, you both, like all three of you notice you're keeping pretty even pace with each other.
Hmm.
The Yaguais are still going ahead. And after another 3 minutes or so of walking, you start hearing laughing and talking and just all around joking around.
Hold up.
Holding.
How far back is George right now? Not
You
too
can
far
pretty
back,
much-
I presume.
You can pretty much have been like walking side by side. You'd still be tailing the Yaogwai.
Okay. Nancy,
Mm-hmm.
see if you can go along the left side. I'm gonna flank right. Try and stay out of sight if you can.
Sounds good.
Alright. Stealth rolls now?
If you want to get closer, yes.
That is the intention.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
Add your agility, and for you, what kind of armor do you have?
Me? I
Yes.
have.
You have plated leather, so you get your full
leather.
bonus. So for you, it'll be plus 5 to your stealth.
+5 plus my ninja perk?
No, I'm adding the ninja perk.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Let me roll then. So it'll be +5 total. You mean? Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
18 plus 5.
Oh,
Easy
shit.
math,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, no, you're invisible. Nancy has randomly discovered that she swallowed a stealth boy at some point.
Lucas?
Natural 19 plus 4.
Nice.
All right, then.
George.
We're
you gonna
both
be
just as stealthy.
I'm going to say that George is going to respect the amicability of the Yaguai, and he's just kind of following. He's not showing any displays of aggression.
Okay. As you get closer, you all may open up your encounter sheet.
Ooh, yay.
Wait, so is George also
For
on
a second, I
the
thought. For a second, my brain was like, "Are those brown circles that people?" And then then a split second after, I was like, "No, those are fucking trees."
No
So
problem.
is- So is George a part of this?
I will say,
Uh,
if you want, you can walk up with them.
So I'm going along the right side. So how far did I go, John?
That depends. Do you want to go past the Yaogwai? Because as you're getting closer to the noises, the laughing, the just general chit chat, you can hear the crackling of a fire. You can hear the sobbing of a child. And as you get closer to the clearing, there seems to be an area where it's been basically blasted out by grenades, kind of just to get the trees out of the area.
Okay.
In front of you, there are two very big metal cages. Inside the one on the left are 3 children. Inside the one on the right are 2 children. It looks like just basic raider gear is on the 5 individuals that are not in the cages, that are the slavers. 3 of them are surrounding the campfire, sitting down, joking with each other. Some of them are, the one on the right punches the one in the middle and laughs. The 2 standing in front of the cages seem to be listening in to the conversation in the campfire and chuckling along.
Can I see what kind of weapons they have?
The 3 around the campfire have pipe rifles, and the 2 by the cages have 2 spiked bats.
Okay. So not what I was hoping they would have.
Yes. What you can also see is the two Yaogwai that have been following you, or following with you on your left and your right, seem to also be slowing down. And taking a better look around the area, you see two more Yaogwai. One further on to the left and one further on to the right. All of them are looking directly at the camp.
Well then, I'm gonna guess this ain't gonna go well.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna post up on this tree. I'm gonna have my weapon ready, but I'm not gonna be aiming around the tree. I'm just waiting there, and I'm specifically keeping an eye to see what the fuck the Yaogwai going to do.
Okay.
George is kind of also watching the Yaogwai.
Where do you want to be positioned?
Let me open up the map because I haven't done so yet.
And same for Nancy and Truffles.
I guess. Are there bushes? Sorry,
Bushes?
Is that a stupid question? Like bushes or shrubbery to hide behind?
Around the area? No, there aren't. There are mainly just a big cluster of trees.
Okay. Nancy's gonna stay behind one of the trees and just. Can she see Lucas and George?
From where you guys are now, yes.
Alright, she's gonna stay there behind the tree, just keep an eye on what George and Lucas do, kind of waiting for a signal, but she has her laser pistol out as well as her machete in the other hand.
I'm gonna say George is going to approach the Yaogwai nearest to him very slowly and very calmly.
Okay.
George, why?
What would you like to do?
He's gonna watch for any response from it as he approaches.
As you approach, you do step on a branch, and the Yaogwai's head turns to look at you.
Okay, he wasn't trying to be stealthed. So.
But it doesn't really seem to do anything. It's just looking at you. It's not growling, it's not snarling, it's not baring its teeth. It's just looking at you.
Now that he's looking directly at it, can he see anything visibly wrong with it?
The Yaogwai itself looks like a regular Yaogwai. There doesn't appear to be anything wrong with it. There's nothing in the eyes. The body is still as decayed as a Yaogwai is.
Hey guys, real quick question: what is a Yaogwai?
It is a bear.
It's a bear.
It's
a heavily mutated bear.
Sounds fun. Has Nancy ever come across one of these?
I thought the party did.
Nancy was not part of the party.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was long ago.
No? Okay. I will post a picture for you now.
Yeah, they're mostly like naked mole rat bears. They have no fur.
I did it.
They have some fur.
Yeah, some.
Are you putting it in Discord or Messenger?
Facebook.
Oh, Messenger. Yes.
Yep.
Gross. That's a nasty motherfucker. Ugh. Blech.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
George, a Yaogwai is just staring at you. What would you like to do?
He's just kind of looking at it. Just on a limb, he's going to look at it and kind of quietly be like, "Do you, understand me?"
The Yaogwai looks at you for a moment and gives a small little
Huh. Huh.
Are you guys usually capable of communicating?
Oh, absolutely
Got
not.
George, why?
George is going.
George.
Oh God, is this really what I'm going to do? George is gonna roll charisma.
No.
George is rolling. George is gonna seduce the bear. George rolled a nat 20.
Are you honestly seducing the bear?
No, he's not seducing the bear.
Oh, come on.
He's rolling charisma
What would
in
you
the
like
hopes
to
that
say?
he can. George is gonna approach the bear just a little more. Are you with those humans over there? They aren't very nice.
The moment you start insinuating if they're with the slavers, it starts baring its teeth at you.
George kind of puts his arms up, because I'm not. I don't like them either.
It's just looking at you.
You see, I found a human cub, little boy, who managed to get away from them. I want to save the others.
What?
And George kind of looks at the bear. And if you want those gentlemen over there, you can have them. I just want the kids.
It gives another.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you waiting
Is
for...
George about to get his own truffles? Or not truffles, trinket.
George kind of steps closer, just ever so slightly closer to the bear, and then points out Nancy and Lucas. See, I have some friends. We're all waiting to decide what we're going to do. So if you and your friends are going to attack them, we can attack together.
The bear looks over to Nancy, looks over to Lucas, looks back at you.
Okay. Well, if you can understand me, as you seem to be able to, or I'm just going insane.
Both are valid.
Are there any, trees nearby? Right next to them?
Oh yeah, there are plenty. They're actively trying to hide themselves.
George looks at the tree nearest to him and the bear. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. I'm assuming you can signal to your friends when you want to go rawr. Also, George is gesturing. Is this... Does the bear respond? Okay. How about I walk over to my friends, and when you all want to attack, you scratch this tree. I'll be watching. So when you scratch the tree, we'll start shooting. Okay, just to make sure I'm not crazy, if you understand me, please scratch the ground once.
The bear, the Yaogwai turns towards George and slams his paw down right in front of him.
Good. Okay, that works.
Well, shit.
Okay. George kind of gives a sort of half-hearted thumbs up because he's really questioning his sanity right now. And he walks back over to... He walks... Should I stealth? I suppose I should stealth.
If you would like to, right now, based on how the trees are formed, they really can't see you unless you make a lot of noise.
Alright, I'm just gonna say George quietly walks over, careful of branches this time.
Okay.
And once he gets over to Nancy and Lucas, okay, so you're not going to believe me, but I'm going to tell you this anyway.
Honestly,
bears.
I'd believe anything you'd say at this point.
The bears are with us.
I'm sorry, what?
Lucas, I turn away from the edge of the tree and I look at George. Come again.
You're doing
I'm
it
gonna
solid.
shoot you in the head, right?
Don't shoot the bears, got it.
George looks at Lucas. You don't believe me? See that one I was just over by? Watch it.
I was watching.
It's gonna scratch that tree, and when it does, we open fire.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I'm sorry. Just for my own sanity here. Do those things communicate with people? Is that a thing? I've never seen one of those before, but they look nasty. Yeah.
Don't try it on your own. Don't try it on your
They
own.
look very, very nasty.
George
is a
looks at
madman. Don't try this.
No, I would definitely not try it. Never. No. Sorry, but no.
Alright, so George is intently looking over at his Yagwai. Is the Yagwai looking at George in any capacity?
The Yaogwai is looking at truffles. Nancy,
Oh no.
I want you to make an intelligence saving throw for truffles.
Oh no. No, please.
No, my baby. No.
Nancy, if Truffles goes after that bear, George will kill him.
What did you roll?
Holy shit! In that 20.
Oh, thank Christ.
Oh God, Jesus.
Truffles
Thank you.
Truffles looks at the bear. The bear looks at Truffles. They both nod. A pact is formed. A pact shall be laid in blood.
Well, actually, Nancy and probably George and Lucas. From your perspective, Truffles looks as if like there's a fly around him.
Mm.
His head is just whipping around, and he backs away, and then starts putting his nose to the dirt.
Oh, fuck.
Truffles. Truffles, what
Oh,
do you
no.
mean, honey? Truffles.
George
Truffles.
stiffens.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of response we've seen from dogs in the past
No,
when they were around? No.
no, it's not. The previous response that dogs have given was barking.
Truffles? Truffles.
He smells
And
something.
he's like trying to pet him. Honey, what is it? Tell mama.
Nancy, figure out what the dog smells.
I'm trying.
Please do.
Can I throw charisma to try to figure out what my dog
That-
Seduce Truffles.
Or would
Huh?
that be intelligence?
This would be intelligence.
Intelligence.
13 plus. Do I have any intelligence? Don't answer that, gentlemen.
You're a medic, you should.
You have
I have +1 intelligence, so that's a
it's a 14.
14.
As you're petting Truffles, trying to figure out what's wrong with him, he periodically keeps looking up to the camp.
They're
Things
using
ain't normal.
something weird.
George pauses and then looks at
Hey.
Nancy and Lucas. Remember that radar we were interrogating? They have radios that piss off dogs. Could that be? No, he's sniffing. What does he smell?
Are they using something
George.
that could be smelly?
George looks at
George.
Lucas. What?
I don't think he smells anything.
George actually pauses and then looks at Nancy. Hold on a moment. Nancy, have you looked closely at the kids in those cages?
John, when he says that, can I make a perception check specifically at the kids?
Yes, you can.
I'm sorry?
Natural
the
19.
kids in the cages?
Natural 19.
Okay.
I am specifically looking for similarities to the man with the blue eyes.
No. Not in the slightest what George is thinking. And I cannot believe that both of you, Nancy specifically, are not
Why?
thinking of this. These are slavers who have taken kids. Truffles is freaking out because he smells something familiar. What is wrong with you two?
Wait, hold on. You don't know that for a fact. I feel like if Truffles smelled Bella...
You are currently making assumptions.
Yeah,
Just look
I'm
at the
sorry,
cages.
George, but like Truffles
I
would
look
not
at
be
the
burying his nose in the ground. He would be...
Look at the cages.
I did. Natural
Lucas.
19. Yes.
Okay. The big cage to the right, both kids inside are wearing basic white t-shirt, blue pants. They are lying on the ground, and one of them is lying facing towards you. He is unmoving and his eyes are open. Like they're open and pretty much glossed over.
Okay.
The kids in the left cage, the one on the right in the big cage, the one on the right is a small girl, dirty brown hair, kind of short, like shoulder length. She has her knees tucked up into her and she's just crying into her lap. The boy in the middle, he's got black scruffy hair, and he's the one that's like standing up, kind of shaking the bars a little, trying to break out. The girl on the left is wearing a lime green sundress, and out of the two of them, she seems to just be sitting there, not really crying or doing anything. She just seems to be sitting there.
Hey, John, can Nancy do a quick perception check just to make sure?
Yep.
Because as much as, she doesn't believe that what George is saying is true,
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Make a
All
perception
right,
roll.
cool. 14 plus, what's my perception? 0, so 14.
All right. From your perspective, you see two kids lying down, two kids sitting, and one kid standing.
Okay.
George looks frustrated and disappointed and returns to bear watching.
All right. At that moment, the Yao Guai slides his claws across the tree, and they all start walking forward.
George looks at Lucas and Nancy. That is our cue.
Okay, start shooting? Yes.
I turn the corner, fire shot at guy in the middle.
Guy in the middle? Okay.
Can we all get opportunity?
You each get an attack of opportunity.
George is going to shoot one of the... He's going to shoot... Let me open the map again so I can actually call the shot. George is going to shoot the guard closest to the big cage.
The one on the left?
Yep.
Okay.
George has rolled a 17.
Okay. Lucas, what have you rolled?
Natural 19.
Nancy, who are you going for?
I'm going for the guard who's guarding the cage with the 3 children.
Okay.
So you're hitting the same one as George?
Roll for attack.
15. Would I have anything to add to that, or?
You should. I think you add your...
It would be your weapon DC.
Yeah.
Okay, so laser pistol
you
plus
get
1.
Yep.
Unless
So-
you use the one that George gave you, which is plus 2.
You
Let's
absolutely
use the
should
one
be
George
using that.
gave me.
Yeah, that's why George gave it to you.
All right.
Plus 2.
All shots hit. Roll
Yay!
damage.
50 damage.
Is it really?
Yes.
How? Oh, because stealth. Oh, wait, do
Which
these
dice
count
is
as
this?
stealth attacks?
Stealth, crit, and
Oh, then I should be adding more dice. Hold on.
Oh, good lord.
Wait. How many times
That's
do
another
you roll
32
for...
damage.
You roll twice for stealth. So you roll damage twice.
God.
On a
82 damage to
d20,
the guy.
right?
Yes, d20. So I got 17, and... Okay. I'll wait until everyone else is gone.
I got a 19. Do I roll twice? Yeah.
Yep, you roll
Yep.
twice, and you add your weapon bonus, so that should be plus 2.
Does her weapon
Nine-
get 2 damage dice?
For a stealth attack, every weapon gets 2 damage dice.
That is right. That is right.
16
I get-
plus 19 plus 2.
okay. So, George and Nancy,
Yes.
both of you pull out your pistols, fire at the guard directly to in front of the bigger cage.
Hmm.
One shot goes to his chest. He stumbles back a little, seemingly very surprised, and Nancy's shot blasts him through the head, and he just
Ooh.
lumps over.
Good.
3
How much
XP to
experience?
both of you.
Yeah.
Lucas,
Yes. You want me to repeat that damage number?
I don't need to.
All right.
Good lord.
As
He
you
did.
quickly look around the tree, aim at the first guy you see, which is closest to you. As soon as you fire, the front side of his face explodes outwards.
Jesus Christ.
That is 3 XP.
Nice. That was a critical sneak attack.
At this, the other three slavers, they all get up. They're all looking around. What happened? What's going on? They see the Yagwai, and they start panicking.
John,
Yeah.
because my weapon is silenced, can I take this moment of panic to flank around to the right side?
You could, yes.
Cool.
It is Yagwai's turn.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Good.
Is
Good.
Is this bad good? Okay, that last one was bad.
So, from your perspective,
Mm.
this Yagwai charges the slaver that's closest to him, gets on both hind legs, and slams him to the ground.
Yes.
He does. Not bad.
47 bear damage.
Have to call it
Now
bear
to
damage.
calculate the physical damage.
Yep.
No, you're not going to bad. Bad damage is its own statistic.
Yep.
That
Not a
Yagwai,
statistic, a statistic.
as he slams himself down on the slaver, you see the slaver cry out in agony, and you see both of his arms have been bent backwards.
Oh.
How
The Yagwai
fun!
is currently standing on top of him,
Oh.
Good.
Good.
and
George is kind of He mumbles loud enough that the party can hear him. It's like, now he knows how it feels.
Nancy slowly turns to George. George,
This little bear.
feel.
Shut
This
up.
Yaogwai rushes towards this guy. Oh my.
Oh no.
This little Yaogwai went to the market. This little Yaogwai.
As he charges towards this guy, this slaver in particular looks towards the Yaogwai, starts screaming, backing away, and just keeps repeating, no, 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 no. As the Yaogwai gets closer, it almost jumps towards him.
Oh
It
no.
does a lunge jump. It opens its mouth, and its jaw clamps down on this guy's neck. And in one swift bite, he is decapitated.
Holy fucking shit. I'm gonna say George just kind of approaches, but is not actively fighting. He's just letting the Yaogwai have their day.
This Yaogwai is rushing towards this guy.
Good lord.
Okay. This Yaogwai is also rushing towards him.
Matt, do you know what this means?
Mm.
The prophecy of George and the bears was true.
Oh my god, what prophecy.
Matt, you know what I'm talking about. George's day has come. It was spoken of in the legends.
Those two Yaogwai both rush at the same guy. He picks up his rifle and then instinctively... You want to maybe calm it down over there?
Sorry, I'm opening shadows.
He instinctively starts just randomly firing everywhere, just spray and pray style. He is screaming at the top of his lungs and just shooting at both of them.
So he's pulling a rocket.
Nothing. As both of them reach him, one of them bites down on his side, into his hip, and the other one bites down onto his arm, and they just start tearing him to pieces. After a brief moment, his screams quiet down. There's only one man left, and he is pinned by a Yaogwai.
I'm gonna walk into the clearing.
Okay.
Nancy's gonna join him.
You probably can't make it to me in this turn.
Just realized I
Unless
moved
you
myself
crash.
to the shadows. Does George see his bear?
His bear is the one that decapitated a man.
Cool. George is going to approach his bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say technically combat is over, seeing that the other guy is pinned and both of his
Jesus
arms are
Christ.
broken.
Yeah.
But as you all approach, he is just screaming in agony.
Oh, I can't imagine why. George is going to look at his bear. Say, could you do me a solid? And have your friend not kill him just yet, so we can see if they know where others like them are? You can kill him after.
The bear looks over to you, and at that moment, all four bears look towards George,
Mm.
and they all just start walking away. They all just start receding back into the woods.
George kind of does a polite little bow to his bear. It was nice working with you.
Hey, George. Would you mind after we're done talking to him? if I did something to him.
George looks at Lucas. How about no?
But why?
Because I don't trust you.
Hey, George.
I mean, I'm gonna let him talk. Unless you want to keep him as a captive, in which case, sure. But if we're just gonna leave him here, he's gonna die from those injuries, whether it be infection or something else.
George pauses, looks at Lucas, looks at the raider, then looks at the bear. I thought he was talking about you, he says to the bear. Oh yeah, do whatever you want to the raider.
Okay, let's talk to him first.
Lucas?
Yes.
Lucas? Can I take out his eye when you're done?
I don't know if there's gonna be an eye left.
George makes a sideways glance at Nancy. Harsh.
Then can I take it out before?
No.
Please? She gives him puppy eyes.
You have legitimately no reason to take his eye other than to be morbid.
That's what makes it fun.
I'm gonna say George elbows. Actually, no. I'm gonna say George approaches the cages.
Okay. As you approach, you see the boy that is standing up, banging on the cages, just shouting, Hey, let us out!
I will.
We're working on that.
We're gonna have to find a key. Give us a minute.
Or we could lockpick it.
Me or Nancy could probably pick the locks.
Can I pick the locks?
George
John?
looks at both of them. They have a key, goddammit. Find the goddamn key. Don't be lazy.
But experience!
George looks at Nancy and tilts his head. What?
Experience?
What
does that even mean?
Truffles has given Nancy, unseen power.
Knowledge.
Yes.
George starts looking over the kids.
Okay. You looking for anything in particular, or just?
Oh, he is looking for a tiny Nancy.
Okay. Looking over the kids, the children in the right cages both appear to be very dead.
George kind of figured.
One of them is very skinny and seems to have starved to death. The other one has a bunch of bruises on his face, and whether it be from the trauma, from whatever it was, he succumbed to his injuries.
George calls over to Lucas. Whatever you're going to do to your friend, it better not kill him. Because he and I are going to have words.
George, did you not fucking listen to me?
George, just out of instinct, points his gun at Lucas. Do not question me!
George, shut up. I said we're going to talk to him before I do my thing.
Girls, you're both pretty calm down.
George goes back to looking for the cages.
Okay.
The cages aren't too hard to find.
He said looking through.
Oh.
Nancy, what did you want?
I want to join George and start lockpicking the only cage left.
Okay.
While saying, "Hey kids, don't worry, I got you.
All right.
My name's Nancy. How's your day going?"
You have bobby pins? You should have bobby pins, yeah.
Yes.
You didn't break yours.
I got so many.
Yeah.
Roll agility. And George,
Mm-hmm.
as you're looking through the kids, the one on the right, again, she seems to have short, shoulder-length, dirty brown hair. She seems to have not even noticed anything happen. She is just sobbing. The kid standing up seems pretty frantic to get out, and he's pretty fidgety. The girl on the left, the one in the lime green sundress, as you get a closer look at her, She has a flower crown in her hair,
Hmm.
and she appears to just be sitting there.
I rolled a 16 plus 3 is 19.
Alright, that's 2 XP to you.
Woo!
As the cage door flies open, the boy in the middle rushes out and immediately tries to open the cage on the right.
Oh no.
Hold on.
George.
I'm
George.
gonna pick that lock.
Okay.
No. They're both dead.
Yeah, but he probably has a friend there he wants to mourn.
Well, let George explain to him that his friend is dead first, because he doesn't seem to get that. Don't let him run in there and clutch his friend's dead body thinking he's alive, you morons.
I don't know
Or-
if he's in the listening state right now, George.
George is going to roll charisma and be a good father.
George, the good father.
The good father. That sounds very sinister when you say it slowly. George rolled a natural 18.
What would you like to say?
He sort of grabs the kid and kind of hugs him, kind of holds him in place, and just says, I'm sorry, kid, it's too late. We can't help them. Just calm down.
As you're holding him, he is frantically trying to get away, and the tears are just coming down his eyes. No, my brother's not gone.
Shh, it'll be okay. George kind of like pulls him down, is just kind of holding him and just trying to sort of like, he's sort of smoothing his hair. It's like, you're safe. My brother would want you to be safe.
Nancy
Your brother-
visibly shivers at all this.
My brother would want you to be brave. Can you be brave for me? You be brave for Sammy. Sam's waiting for you. You remember Sam?
The boy grabs onto you very tightly, like enough to where his hands are turning white. He buries his head into your chest and screams as loud as he can.
George is still just kind of like holding him. He's sort of like I wouldn't say patting him on the back, but he's just kind of like trying to soothe him and let him get it out.
All right. He is just frantically sobbing into your chest.
Yeah, George does not stop him.
John.
Yep.
I'm gonna look towards our little raider friend. How fucked up does he look? Does he look like he's on the brink of passing out?
His arms were broken by a bear.
His arms, now that you get a better look at him as he's laying there, it appears as though the shock has pretty much rendered him immobile. He's still awake. He's still screaming. His arms, though, from his what's the upper part of your arm called?
The shoulder?
Is it the forearm?
No, the forearm is the first is the bottom part.
Yeah.
It's his upper arm.
Yeah.
The upper arms on both sides are as flat as pancakes. It's as if the bones didn't exist. And the rest of his
Probably a
arm,
little fucked up.
The rest of his arm is already it's going a slight shade of purple.
Okay. John.
Yep.
I'm gonna stabilize him. I'm gonna jab him in the kidney with a stim pack and pull the plug and push the plunger.
Okay.
Okay.
In the meantime, can Nancy make sure the other kids are okay and don't have any visible injuries?
That'd be wise.
Okay. The girl on the right, as you get close to her, she immediately just backs away into the corner of the cage. Just keeps repeating, I'm sorry, and is just crying.
Nancy's gonna roll charisma.
Okay.
Not one. Nancy's head.
Get over it.
Yeah. Nancy's head tilts to the side. She's like, I will help you, small child.
Oh my god. Oh lord. Small child. Sorry.
Whilst holding a knife.
This will only hurt a little bit. 14 plus 2 is 16. I know my math. She's gonna back up a little bit, put her hands up, and be like, it's okay, I'm not here to hurt you. You have nothing to be sorry for. Come on out. And she kind of gets out of the way so she can come out of the cage. It's alright, you're safe now. I won't let anybody hurt you.
She just keeps repeating, I'm sorry, over and over, and is just crying into her lap, or her knees.
Nancy's gonna slowly get down on her knees and just gently rub her back. Be like, you have nothing to be sorry for. It's okay. Everything's okay now.
The second you touch her, she starts screaming and flailing at you.
All right, backing up. How about the other girl?
The girl on the left in the green sundress, she stands up. She looks pretty composed, and she puts what essentially amounts to like a flu mask on.
Okay.
Nancy's gonna hold out her hand to Flu Mask Girl. Hey, sweetie, what's your name? My name is Nancy.
She looks up at you, and Nancy.
Oh boy.
As you stare into this girl's eyes,
Oh no.
Yeah.
they might be the deepest emerald green you have ever seen.
Yeah.
They are so very vibrant and almost captivating.
Okay.
She looks up at you. I'm hungry.
Nancy's gonna whip out a Nuka-Cola.
That's not food.
Well, I don't have anything else, right? Or do I still have chocolate?
Father, I'm dying of hunger. Here, have a Monster Energy.
I mean, that's how you would survive.
Toss it directly in his head.
Thank you, Father. How did you know it's not aluminum?
Crunch.
My lord.
Yeah, you still have the
Nancy's
candy
gonna-
bar. What?
Yeah. I thought I gave it away, but I guess I still have it. Nancy's gonna give her offer her the chocolate candy bar. She's kneeling down, so she doesn't seem it doesn't seem threatening. Here you go, have some chocolate.
The girl looks at the chocolate and then looks back up at you. No, that's not food.
Here, it is. I'll show you. She opens it and takes a bit of the chocolate and eats it. See? It's food.
I'm so hungry.
Does George hear this exchange?
You can if you want.
I'm gonna say George kind of
He's got raw
shivers.
crab meat.
George shivers. And I'm assuming the boy is still bawling his eyes out.
He has actually, at this point, he has passed out from adrenaline. Like, the adrenaline pumping in here has essentially turned into a downer, and he passed out from all the excitement.
I'm gonna say George kind of lays him comfortably on the ground
I know this is kind of an emotional point. You still haven't attached your arm yet.
Oh yeah, I know. George was holding him with one arm. He apparently wasn't fighting that hard. Or George is actually George has done some like ridiculous shit with strength, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you don't have any strength modifiers.
I know, but there's a precedent for George being weirdly strong.
So what would you
No,
like
you
to
just
do?
have
Yeah. George is going to walk over very wearily to the girl.
Okay.
He's not gonna enter the cage. He's going to try and look at her from the side.
Marina.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific?
He's looking at her eyes.
All right. Once again, they're just a captivating emerald green.
George
Crazy, Mike.
George actively looks away.
Okay.
And is kind of like, he's standing off to the side. He does not know what to do, and he's just kind of just.
Hey, Michael, player, still think I'm crazy?
No, I suppose not. George, after thinking about it for a good long while, and by a good long while I mean like 3 seconds. Walks into the cage, and he's going to roll charisma on the terrified girl.
Okay.
As is George's custom. Natural 17, so that's a 19 with his bonuses, I think.
Okay.
Let me just double check that. It should
You have
be.
+2. You
Yep.
have +2 to your charisma.
Yep, so that's a 19. George approaches her. Look, we really aren't here to hurt you. We hurt the people who were hurting you. We're just here to help. Can you come with me out of here, please? We'll get you some food and a nice bed.
This girl looks up at you, and her eyes are just red with tears. Tears are streaming down her face.
Mm.
Shaking violently. And it looks like she's trying to form words, but they just escape her.
Do you know Sam?
She nods.
I found Sam. I saved him, and he told me where you were. We came here to save you.
She looks down with a almost weak smile, but she's still crying.
George very carefully and very calmly tries to pick her up in one arm, I know, and kind of carry her out of the cage in sort of a hug.
Okay.
Meanwhile, while they've been interacting with them, I'm very eager to get back to our little friend.
Oh, I know you are.
Oh, we have a very potentially dangerous little friend in the cage.
Oh, that's fine. I'm aware of that as a player. Lucas is also kind of skeptical.
Player to party? The reason George was so interested in getting her out of that cage is George thinks this little girl's gonna go feral.
Wait, the one with the green eyes?
Oh, absolutely. She's talking about hunger.
Oh. Oh. Thanks for not telling Nancy that, George.
Player to player, and George to Nancy's mind hole. If George said anything, the girl would have known what was up and attacked immediately. George is being ignorant until he can get as many people as he can out of the immediate range of danger.
Okay.
So, Nancy, I'm sorry, you are the sacrifice right now.
I am the sacrifice. Nancy is the sacrifice. The necessary.
You were the one who
sacrifice.
initiated the. Yeah, you have initiated a conversation with it. You will be keeping it entertained.
It is not even a person anymore.
Lucas,
Yes.
as you stab the impact into him, I assume you're going to do it a little unceremoniously.
Yes.
It's the only way.
He does writhe in pain, but then he seems to calm down as the impact starts working. His arms are still fucked.
Oh, that's fine.
At least
That's
he's not in
fine.
agony.
So, how do you want to do this? You want to cooperate with me?
He
Or we
looks
can
over
have
at
a little
you,
fun?
and his eyes are just glazed over. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. Now, why did you have these kids?
The kids. We were going to sell them.
And where did you get them?
A band of raiders. Burned a
So,
village.
were they actually... Can I roll insight to see if he's actually telling the truth about the raiders?
Okay.
If they're actual raiders?
Alright.
I don't think he has reason to lie.
Would this be intelligence?
More perception.
Okay, it's 13.
As far as you can tell, he is in too much pain to lie.
Okay. So, no honor amongst thieves then?
We're slavers. We're not looters or raiders.
Okay. You probably could have done better if you kept the kids in a better health. Maybe. Honestly. You did a pretty poor job at your little field of interest.
Food was scarce.
Okay.
What's wrong if we lose one or two?
Then you should have gone out and gotten food. Look at that one behind you. Look at the kid behind you. You could have spared just a couple bites. Could have. I put my hand on against his cheek and force his head in that direction even further. And I lean down close to him. You could have spared a couple bites for him.
No, we couldn't.
I'm gonna say George. Can George hear this?
I'm not being very loud.
At this point, you would be carrying the crying girl away.
How many more of you are there?
What do you mean, how many more?
Are there any more of your group?
We got butchered by Yaoguai!
So that was all of you? Oh, also, just because I feel proud of this. Guy in the center, I don't know what his name was. Fuck if I care. With his head exploding all of a sudden, I flip out the pistol and I just kind of brush the suppressor against his forehead. That was this gun.
Oh my god, if George could hear you, he would be actively rolling his eyes.
I mean, I'm pissed.
At this point,
I holster the
George,
gun.
you would have put down the girl, so you can walk back to either Nancy or Lucas.
George.
Please help.
Yeah, George is going to Nancy.
So I'm gonna take my hand off the guy's face. And I'm gonna stand up. I'm just gonna kind of look down at him. Tell me anything that I might want to know, and we'll make this quick.
We're supposed to be meeting a buyer. This is this place, New Freedom's Hill. They want to buy some of the kids.
You're kidding.
What?
Please tell me you're kidding.
What do I?
We massacred that town. All the colonists that were in that town, we massacred them.
At that, he kind of spits in your direction. You're just a bunch of murderers.
And you're just a bunch of slavers. At least we got the townspeople to safety.
He kind of turns his head away. There's nothing more to say. If you're gonna kill me, kill me.
Fair enough. John.
Yeah.
Opening moment.
I mean, if you want to kill him, you can kill him.
I mean, I'm sure you know what I want to do with him.
If you want.
I'm gonna slide out one of the rad vials, pop the cork, and just take the tiniest little sip of the water and put the cork back on.
Okay. I will say, George, as you're walking over...
Oh no, we actively traded these.
Yeah. As you're walking over towards Nancy, a quick, just solitary glance at Lucas, his hands just start dripping radiation, and some of the radiation that's just dripping off of his hands forming into a solid ball.
As George walks past, he very quietly comments, "Neat," and then keeps walking.
Right? Lucas, from your perspective, your already warm hands grew hotter and hotter and hotter, and like even all throughout the day, it just kept growing hotter. The second you took a swig of the liquid radiation, your hands just started dripping radiation. Like from your pores, it just started dripping until it solidified in the center of your palm as a ball.
Yeah. I toss it up and down in my hand for a moment, and I'm looking at the guy. Here you go, buddy. And I slam it into his chest.
Okay. That would be... Get my notes on the matter. Okay. Well, he's actually resigned himself to death, so it wouldn't matter. As you slam the radiation ball in his chest, it kind of phases into him.
Mm-hmm.
And with your hand on his chest, you can feel his body rocking. And after a brief moment, he just starts coughing up blood, like at an alarming rate. And you notice now that the shaking he's doing, the rocking that's going on, those are his organs one by one exploding.
Does George hear any of this happening?
He doesn't hear it. He's not like there's not a little explosion sound.
No, I know. The coughing, the dying.
Coughing. He hears what sounds like vomiting and a lot of thrashing around.
I'm gonna say George. He calls out. So how's keeping him alive so I can talk with him going?
You were busy.
You're an idiot.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have any more information.
You are an idiot. George keeps going to the cage.
All right. Lucas, you now have a brand new buff / new weapon. Reaver Ball. And
How many rads that take from that tiny little swig of the vial?
That would just be another +5. Marina, you're breathing into the mic again.
Yeah, you are.
Aww.
That is 1d20 of damage and 1d20 of explosion damage.
Oh shit.
Damn.
And as you figured out by being able to like toss it up and down like a baseball, you can throw it if you so desire.
Yep.
That's what it's meant for.
I got a pocket made.
Yeah, basically.
However,
Yes.
add +1 radiation. Every time you use it, you get +1 radiation.
Okay.
All right, so George and Nancy, what are you guys doing?
So Nancy's still trying to talk to this girl and be like,
Alright, I'll be back in a few.
It's okay. Would you prefer something less candy-ish? I can try to.
You're a little far away from the mic.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
No. Yes.
Nancy, this whole time, has been trying to keep the little girl from looking away from what Lucas is doing to the man, to not, taint her innocence or whatever. I mean, she probably just saw a lot of people die, but, she's trying to keep all the kids cool. She's still trying to offer the chocolate, and eventually has come to a point where she's like, there's more food where we came from. Your friend Sam, do you remember Sam? He called us over to help you guys. He told us you guys were in trouble. So if you come with us, we can take you to safety and get you a lot of food.
She looks up at you. Hungry.
Is George here at this point?
At this point, I would say you're standing pretty much right in front of her.
George, again, without directly making eye contact, George kind of asks her, is it meat you want? I have a bag full of meat.
As soon as you say meat, it appears like through the flue mask, like at the bottom. It seems like saliva is coming out.
It's not cooked. Do you care?
Hungry.
George reaches into his bag and pulls out, I'm gonna say, two like chunks of Mylord meat and hands them off to her. And I'm gonna say, as he does so, he kind of gently pushes Nancy back and takes her place.
Nancy looks confused, but lets this happen.
Okay. As you hand her the Myrlic meat, she pulls down her flue mask, and as she takes the Myrlic meat and goes to eat it, as she opens her mouth, you see every single one of her teeth are razor sharp fangs. Like,
Yeah.
essentially shark teeth.
Yeah.
Nancy is horrified.
You notice now, as she starts tearing into the Myrlic meat, like the raw Myrlic meat, she's eating it very fast. Dangling from her neck is a small silver collar that reads 010.
Yeah, I'm gonna say George kind of watches her eating and kind of acknowledges the collar and sort of nods. I'm gonna say George. No, George isn't gonna reach for her right now. George is gonna wait.
Okay.
Nancy's just watching this in utter horror, but is too afraid to ask just yet what the what.
Also, George looks at Nancy. Why don't you go check on the other two kids? I've got this handled.
Are you sure? They're friends.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Go make
Yeah.
sure they're all right. I haven't exactly done a medical examination.
Okay.
I just sent an image of what 010 looks like in Discord.
Okay. Alright.
Come on, Discord. I believe in you.
Fair enough.
Just imagine her eyes are green.
Yep.
Oh, she's so cute if she wasn't so feral.
Well, she's not feral. George has taken into consideration the fact that despite her hunger for meat, she did not turn on her cellmates. So, George has noted that. However, knowing that this is a child from the sea, George is notably suspicious.
Nancy's gonna do as George suggested and head back to the kids. Make sure they're all good.
Okay. Both of the kids at this point, the ones that are still alive, are both passed out from all of the adrenaline that was just pumping through them.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they have a moment of rest, their body just shut itself down.
How big are both of them?
Pretty small. They look to be around like 7 or 8.
Could Nancy carry both?
Probably. Comfortably, no, but she could carry both of them.
She's gonna carry both of them because as much as she trusts George to handle the situation, she wants to get those children away from the other child very quickly.
Does anyone see George's face?
At this point, probably not.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I mean,
So,
is the girl looking at George?
she is scarfing down the Mirelurk. It's going pretty fast. She's already finished one. By the time Nancy walked away, she gulped one down.
I'm gonna say, just for posterity, George is smiling widely.
Okay.
So do I have to roll anything for Nancy to carry the kids to the vertibird?
Right now, no.
Alright, cool.
Okay. So George, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna say George pulls out another piece of Mirelurk meat just so he has it on standby.
Okay.
And when the girl looks like she's basically stopped eating the last piece she had, he's gonna look at her. So, do you like animals?
She looks up at you. There's still Mirelurk remains in her hand and in her teeth, but she gives you a full smile. Yeah.
Do you like bears?
I like all animals.
You say George gently tousles her hair. Well, I don't know if you know, but I think you made some friends, and I think they helped us get you out.
She smiles wider. Yeah, I called them.
They were very nice. I was friends with one. I didn't catch his name, though. Did you?
They don't have names.
That's okay. Do you have a name?
Yeah. I'm 010.
Well, that's no fun. If you could give yourself a name, what would you be?
Give myself a name?
You're free to do so.
Free. If I had to choose what my name would be, I guess 001.
George kind of lets out a sort of like, ha. I suppose that's fine. Can I call you Zero for short?
If you want.
Actually, that seems mean. Yeah. George kind of looks at her and he sort of offers the other piece of Mylark meat. I have some things I'd like to ask you. First, I'd like to get us the hell out of here. Would you like that?
Sentence, she swipes the Mylark meat out of your hand and just starts devouring.
Good, good. Would you like to get out of this cage and away from these unpleasant gentlemen?
If at all possible, yeah.
I'm gonna say George kind of scoops her up gently, so they're like, alley-oop!
Okay. She smiles and giggles.
I'm gonna say George gestures with his. I'm assuming there is at least a nub left of the other arm.
Yeah.
He gestures as well as he can to the pouch with the Mylark meat in it. Like, if you get hungry, there's more in there, but please don't eat all of it. I'd prefer to at least cook some of it for you.
She pulls up her mask, and it covers basically from her nose to her chin. Oh, no, that's okay. I'm full.
Okay, fair enough. I'm assuming George has noticed that Nancy's taken the other two kids. George looks at Lucas. Alright, dummy, let's go.
Fuck you.
Language.
I'm not gonna try and censor myself.
Are you walking?
Yes.
Alright.
I will say, if you want, Lucas could have seen her eating the Mylark meat, seen her collar, and seen her teeth.
That's fine.
George. Can George look at the collar while he's carrying her?
If you want, yeah.
Does he see anything that looks like it could be a tracking device?
As far as he can see, there appears to be just a regular, like, iron metal chain all around her neck until it reaches the little slab of metal.
Mm.
And on the metal, it doesn't look like it was, like, seared in or plastered on. It looks like it was either burned in or carved in. And all it says is 010.
Alright. George kind of nods, and as he's walking, he's gonna try and ask her some questions.
Okay. Nancy, I'll take it that you're ahead of the group. Got it.
Oh, forgot I was on mute. Mm-hmm.
Lucas, are you walking besides George?
Probably.
Okay. I just want to know who's hearing what.
Yeah.
What would you like to ask?
Well, first thing. So, 0, 1, 1, 0. I don't know how to call you. Do you have a family?
Oh, I don't know if I'd call them family, but Yeah, there are more of us.
I think I've met one.
Who?
Does George remember the number?
George specifically remembers.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the one who lit him ablaze.
Oh, yeah. And mind controlled him.
I can tell you in a second.
Oof.
It was 047.
047?
Huh. Okay.
Do you know 047?
We all know each other.
Do you like 047?
He's okay. He never talks, but he's fun.
It's fun, she said.
George kind of looks away a bit. He's like, he was a little mean to me.
Did he light you on fire?
Oh, absolutely.
So casual.
She kind of sighs to herself. Yeah, he does that.
I guess we had... George kind of thinks for a moment, pauses. I'm assuming death is something you're understanding of.
I know of it.
Do you like the people who put you in that collar?
What do you mean?
Do you want to go back to them?
Well, yeah.
Can you explain to me why? Are they good to you?
They feed us. They entertain us. They let us do what we want.
Do you have a way to contact them?
No, but they know.
Can they hear us right now?
If they wanted to, yeah.
George sighs. Well, if they're listening, I prefer to speak on kinder terms than has been in the past.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we just went over how he set me on fire.
Okay.
See, I guess one of your other friends, well, I don't know, she was a friend. And she also didn't have a number that we knew of. But she attacked us, and she did some very, very mean things.
Who was it?
What was her name? I always forget her first name.
Charlotte.
Yeah. Charlotte Credence?
She kind of tilts her head. Who?
Yeah, fair enough. You see, she didn't have a collar, and she didn't have such pretty eyes. And George kind of like shakes her a bit playfully.
She giggles.
I mean, she was very mean to us and our friends, and she did some very awful things. And, well, she's not around anymore.
Okay.
But when we spoke to your friend with the fire, well, I brought up that she wasn't around anymore, and he got real angry at me.
Well, she didn't have a number. She wasn't one of us.
He didn't seem to think so.
Worms brewing.
Maybe she was her target.
Maybe. Do have targets?
She kind of smiles to herself. Yeah, we all have one.
Who's your target?
Is that your mic, Matt?
Most certainly not.
Do
Marina.
you guys hear stuff from my
Absolutely.
end?
Nope, it actually stops as you ask that.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
guys.
it's-
I don't think I could do much better than this right now.
I mean, it's fine at this exact moment. I don't know what you did. But, eh.
I don't know what your mic is doing. It's auto-detecting the only sound it can. When you speak, it tunes out everything else.
But when I'm not talking, it picks up the air conditioning above. Gotcha.
George, yeah. George
Sorry,
is
guys.
It's okay. George is kind of waiting for Zero to say who her target is.
Okay. She kind of ruffles around in her pockets, and her pockets are like where her upper stomach is. Like there's one pocket on the left, one pocket on the right. She fiddles around in her pocket a minute and pulls out a piece of paper. She unfolds the piece of paper. Doing it again.
Sorry.
It really is like the moment you talk.
Mm-hmm. No,
I'm so sorry. This is literally the most I can do at the moment.
It's
Why don't
okay.
you mute yourself until you need to talk?
That
That's
makes
a
sense.
good point. I will do that.
Okay.
Is it really that bad?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad.
All right.
It like slowly
mute.
escalates.
So if you ever want to say anything, just remember you're muted.
Yep. Oh, the kidney.
She pulls out a crudely drawn piece of paper. And on the piece of paper is a man standing there. He looks like a basic stick figure, but with circles on his arms, like seemingly to indicate muscle. And he's really tall, really slender, and she put a small little, like a smaller stick figure that goes up to his knees, and with a little arrow pointed to it, written next to it is me.
George kind of nods gently. What are you supposed to do with your target?
Oh, we have to follow them. Assess if they're a threat.
George chuckles. Okay. Threat to who? Do you know what constitutes a threat?
Someone who wants to hurt us.
Okay. I'm sorry I'm asking you all these questions. There's a lot I don't know.
I don't mind. She looks
Have
over
you
at
ever-
Lucas.
Eh,
Funny looking.
He is.
that's fair.
George kind of looks over his shoulder at her. Do you know about scary invisible men?
Oh. And she kind of, her entire mood seems to sullen. Yeah.
You don't like them, huh?
They're scary.
Oh, they are. They almost swept up our whole group.
They do that.
So, you don't like the invisible man,
No.
but are they with your people?
Not really. No.
Well, that's the answer I didn't really get out of your friend. Very talkative one he was. George kind of sighs. Well, he pauses. He's in deep thought. He's really trying to decide what the hell he wants to do.
Would Lucas want to say anything?
I'm just listening right now.
All right.
George kind of looks at her. So you don't want to hurt your target. You just need to find out if he's going to hurt you.
What time is it?
She smiles and nods to herself.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's much of a threat to anyone. So...
She kind of perks up. Do you know who it is?
Yeah. He's a friend of mine.
Who?
You don't actually know his name?
Well, they told me. And she gets a little embarrassed. I forgot.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm gonna ask a favor of you. Favor for a favor.
What?
Well, I really like this kid. And like I said, he's not a threat to anybody. Especially if you guys don't like the Invisible Men.
Okay.
So how about I introduce you to him?
Okay.
And George kind of looks at her a little seriously, not menacing, but just serious. Just please. I don't want him to get hurt.
Who is it?
Lad.
She kind of tilts her head.
Not Lad. Not Lad.
I think she meant Credence.
What was the... Okay, hold on a moment.
The drawing was of a very tall stick figure with muscles.
Yes, and then there was the one next to it with an arrow pointing to it. That was V.
No, me, as in herself.
Oh. Okay, can we just... So that was just me completely mishearing you.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just going to have to mulligan that conversation.
Okay.
But
yeah, no, the drawing was, she herself was indicating she only comes up to his knees.
George, okay, so let's see this. George is going to ask her, if I tossed out some names, do you think you could remember if I said it?
Yes.
Timothy?
Who?
Alright. James.
No.
Not Timothy or James. Well, then I don't know. Do you know anything else about them?
They're big.
Okay. Does the name Credence ring any bells? At all?
No.
Yeah. That covers all the large, muscular men I know. Well... George pauses.
What about the Paladin?
George looks at Lucas. That's not who I'm thinking of. George kind of looks at her. How about Rock?
George, I come up to his knee.
Does she respond?
She thinks for a minute, but shakes her head. No.
Huh? Alright, well that literally is all of the large muscular men I know personally.
Is Rock a man? I don't know, honestly.
You can't really tell from the drawing.
Yeah, and then George kind of pauses again and is like, did they say anything about armor with bears on it?
Like a bear in armor?
No, like a drawing of a bear.
That one.
No.
Ah, we knew someone very mean who had a drawing of a bear on his armor. Just figured I'd ask. Well, if you don't know their name, and you only know their build, that doesn't give us a lot to go off of.
I'll just keep searching.
Do you have any idea where they're supposed to be?
No, but I'll find them.
And now that I think about it, how did you get captured by these fellows?
Oh, I left them. I thought maybe one of them would be my target.
They all look like toothpicks.
Supposedly the rest of the kids they stole from a different group of raiders.
So, you just went with them? They didn't seem confused or shocked by that?
I don't think they cared.
They weren't very smart. Well, so your family, you said you didn't really consider them family, but they can hear us if they want.
If they want, yeah.
Well, yeah, take you to safety for now. And if they want to come get you, I'd prefer... Wait, can they talk to you?
Yeah.
Well, if they do, tell them I happily let you go back. I just want to talk to them first. Is that alright?
I guess I can follow you. As she says the word you, her eyes just go black. And she just looks up into the sky.
Oh boy.
She
George is waiting.
For a little bit.
George is waiting for voices.
After a moment, she looks back down and her eyes are back to normal. I gotta go.
Where do you gotta go?
I gotta keep looking.
We could help you look.
No. I was told to stay away from another's target.
George sighs. Alright. And he does kind of gently put her down.
Okay.
If you want to go, I'm not going to stop you. I'm a little sad, though.
She looks up to George and to Lucas. If you run into any single digits, don't fight them. You can't win.
That's good to know.
Thank you. I'm going to say George hugs her one last time, and then he's going to give her a couple pieces of Mirelurk meat for the road.
Okay. She smiles and gives you a little wave as she walks off.
Be safe.
It's now that you see, as she walks off, you see about 10 Yaoguai follow after her, all like slowly emerging from the shadows of the forest.
Does George see his Yaoguai?
He does actually. It's the one with a bloody, bloody mouth.
George waves to it.
The Yaoguai actually turns fully towards you. The girl is looking at the Yaoguai. The Yaoguai stands on its hind leg and gives you a wave. A very awkward wave.
Is it like the waving bear gif?
Yep.
Yes.
But it's
That is
doing
beautiful.
George kind of calls back. You keep us safe.
It just falls to the ground and starts following her.
Yeah. George kind of turns back to the rest of the party. Well, you learned something. Let's keep moving.
Wait,
Okay.
is Nancy here for this?
No, she's ahead.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So she's just gonna turn back to George at some point and be like, "Did you lose a kid?"
Did
It's
you
too
lose
soon
the
for
one
this,
with the
George.
teeth?
It's too soon for this.
And walking back to the vertebrates with two unconscious kids and one semi-dangerous kid walking away. That's where we'll end it.
Real quick,
All right.
player to players. She said I can't be with another's target.
Yeah. We already know. Well, actually,
Do we
No.
know?
well, we
Yeah.
know Vlad's a target. However, Vlad's not here right now.
So they probably.
No, but he's
I'm
not
gonna-
far from us.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that she was thinking specifically us.
I'm
So-
thinking it's probably George after the incident with the mute one.
That's possible. Well,
They
there's
probably
also
know.
oh, they most certainly know. They also know that George figured out how to disable their cloaking, which it seemed like that was the first time someone had done that.
Right.
So they might consider George a threat. However, it could also be Nancy or Lucas.
I doubt it would be Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas, I don't think has pissed them off.
We were all there.
Yeah, but then it would be multiple targets.
Yeah.
Well, as you've seen, there's more than one of them.
Yeah.
If each one is assigned a target,
Oh boy. That's an uncomfortable. That's an uncomfortable thought. So, I'm now contemplating the possibility that all three of the nightmares are specifically hunting the three of us.
well, no,
That would be fun.
She said that they're not with them.
Okay, yeah, alright, that was me misconstruing then. So we know she's following someone who we don't know. And we know that Incinerate was following Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen others, have we?
So you know of.
Yeah, that's true.
They're hiding among us.
We have reason to believe that Charlotte was one of them? Or was at the very least affiliated with them?
The hint I can give you
Hmm?
is she and the other one you encountered go by their collars as their names. So, unless it's like a disguise or undercover or what have you, you don't know if they actually have names. They could.
It's true. Well, George just let this one walk away. In order to avoid a political incident, basically.
Let is a strong word. You two were surrounded by 10 Yaoguai.
George did not know that.
Oh, I know. They weren't supposed to.
You
So-
weren't supposed to know.
So, I'm hoping that in the perspective of whoever her masters were, they will note that George, A, did not challenge her, and B, actively requested a peaceful meeting.
This is good.
All that
But
you know
they
that
will.
happened?
Sorry, I was just going to say they will also take into consideration the fact that you told Incinerate kind of joyfully how you killed Charlotte.
He also didn't know Charlotte was with them.
Actually, he said that after he found out that Charlotte was one of them in a tactic to scare Incinerate, right? Am I remembering this right?
I think you are, actually. Well, I don't think it was necessarily to scare, but it certainly wasn't with the nicest of intent, that's true.
As far
So
as you
now
know,
they have two. Yeah.
the only thing that happened was once you said she can come with you to, like, wherever it is you're going, she was told she's not allowed to because she can't take someone else's target. So you don't know if they said anything about a meeting or anything. You don't even know if they cared.
Nah, George feels like if they really were interested, they would have said something. So George is just hoping that they'll take it into consideration. And that's about it.
Okay. So, that's where we'll end it then.
All right.
Alright.
Woo! Good job, team.
Celebrat.
Talk to y'all later.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Good night.